Welcome to r/relationship advice. We have 2 stories for you today about dealing with felons. Story number 1. How do I let someone down gently when they are currently in prison? I, 35-year-old female, tentatively started a relationship of some kind with Z, 33-year-old female, about 18 months ago. We'd known each other a while, and we were exploring what it might turn into when she came to visit for a weekend. We clicked well physically, though I turned down passionate hugs, but the weekend was very intense, and something didn't feel right. We are both poly, and she was weird about talking to her partner about me. Red flag. Plus was increasingly more clingy via Messenger. Red flag 2. I didn't feel comfortable about how things were going, and I told her so, very clearly. I asked for some time, and, when that had passed, I told her I still wasn't feeling comfortable about being in a relationship with her. We haven't talked in a year. Fast forward to a month or so ago, me and my 37-year-old boyfriend, who Z also has a thing for, and was always a bit of a flirt with, found out she had been remanded in custody for some offenses. One of the reasons she's still in prison right now is because the judge has ordered a psych assessment before considering bail. As she was apparently a mess when she was arrested originally, I'm not too surprised. Obviously, with COVID, she's also basically spending over 20 hours a day alone in a cell, so I can't imagine that being beneficial to her mental health anyway. The problem has been the letters we've both received. They started off weird enough, but I thought it was just the shock of being in prison, etc. And some of it is just how she is. 18 pages with a lot of detail of her arrest and being in prison. The later ones are turning into fantasy though. Both of us received separate letters talking about wanting forgiveness for previous behavior, basically, for being obsessive and clingy, and then talking about how much she can't stop thinking about us. The one I got was particularly detailed into wanting a relationship with me, but with lots of things that could be taken as manipulation. As it is, I at least don't want to be a completely insensitive cow when I tell her that I'm not interested in pursuing anything with her because she's stuck locked up with her own thoughts too much as it is. But I need to be clear too. It's gone from I can just ignore some things when I reply to her letters making us uncomfortable. I need help to work out how to not break her further whilst being clear that I'm not comfortable with what she's saying. Here's the first comment. We are each responsible for our own well-being. When confronted with honesty from others, it's up to us to process it healthily, not your table to cushion the blow. Here's the next comment. You could honestly state that you're not in a conducive place in yourself to be in a relationship, which has been exposed for you by the shared missives, and that it would be unfair to lead her on. Thank her for exposing your shortcomings, and you hope you can remain friends. Not sure if any of that helps. Story number 2. My mom, who just got out of prison, is dating my partner's dad. I, 24-year-old female, have been with my 27-year-old boyfriend for about 3 years. My mom went to prison when I was 12. We stayed in touch, and after she got out, she lived with me for a few months until she found her own place. While living with me, she and my boyfriend's dad started talking, and she asked how I felt about it. I told her I'm really not cool with it because my boyfriend's family is amazing, and they've become my family, and it's a really good thing that I have in my life. It's the most normal family situation I've ever had. Also, I know that my mom needs to work through some crap and didn't need to be dating 2 months after finishing a 10-year prison sentence. From the minute she got out, she was FaceTiming with one dude or another in the evenings. It was already worrying me that she wasn't focusing on what she needs to do, so when she started talking to my boyfriend's dad, it made it that much worse. My boyfriend was also uncomfortable with the two dating. So anyway, she said that she totally respected me and assured me that she was going to put our relationship first and not do something that would make me uncomfortable. She continued talking with him all the time, which made me a little suspicious, but based on what she told me I trusted that she wasn't crossing any lines. 2 days ago, she pretty much told me she's developed strong feelings for them and that they've started dating. She asked me to try to understand this, as love is never a bad thing. Here's my problem with it. My mom has, obviously, never been great at prioritizing our relationship. She told me very sincerely that she wasn't going to date him, and then took 0 steps to distance herself from him. I know she loves me, but she's incapable of being a good mother. When I was 9, she tried to harm herself by taking pills right before driving home with me in the passenger seat. She was swerving all over the road. She could have harmed me. I didn't have a bedroom for a long time when I was a kid because she let my 2 older sisters have the bedrooms instead. She went to jail a couple times, leaving us in the house alone for a month. She was always stealing credit cards from her boyfriends, hacking into their bank accounts, etc. Then of course when I was 12, she went away. I've worked through a lot of this, and I really do love my mom. I know that she's had a lot of trauma in her life, and has struggled with mental illness for a long time. I've done a lot of work to see my mom as a human instead of a parent, and that's helped me to forgive a lot of this. Our relationship is rocky, but we've been working on it. I feel that her dating my boyfriend's dad throws a wrench in a lot of the progress we've made. I know I don't have claim over my partner's family, but like I said, they've really been such a source of healing for me. And I know how my mom is with men, and I'm worried about what kind of things she might do to my boyfriend's dad. She's been away for 10 years, and she's worked on a lot, but you never know. I don't think you need to be dating straight out of prison. What she needs is therapy. On top of this, I have these recurring dreams of people breaking into my house. When she got out, I kept having dreams that she was giving my address to people, and they were coming and breaking in. So, I asked her not to give our address out to any of the men she was talking with. What do you know? A couple weeks later some dude sent flowers to our house. She's so untrustworthy, and I love her so much, but damn I have a bad feeling about this. Anyway, I told her yesterday that I need some space to feel my feelings, and while I can't control what she does, I can set boundaries for myself. I told her I would be distancing myself from her and him. I don't know exactly what kind of advice I'm looking for. I guess just some perspective. Thank you for reading. Here's the first comment. Mom has already gone back on her word to put your relationship first. With her history and ongoing boundary jumping, why should you trust her? Set some hard boundaries here, or things will get tougher in the future. Here's the next comment. I think you should cut her some slack. First of all, asking someone to cater to a request because you are having bad dreams is just childish. Second, she has been away for a decade. She has served her time and is entitled to try to rebuild a normal life. Third, no adult gets to tell another adult who they can and can't hang out with. Fourth, this is as much on your boyfriend's dad as her. If he wasn't interested, he would not reciprocate. Thanks for watching.